Millie Bobby Brown, of course, plays 11 on Stranger Things. And recently, we have seen her transformation as she's been older. She's growing up, guys. When you grow up, of course, you change, which just happens to us. We don't stay the same way forever. But recently, she's been getting trash talked a little bit online, and she did a little fight back at this. She said, a very necessary conversation that affects young women has to be discussed right now about growing up in public scrutiny, because people are dissecting her, and she says it's disturbing. Now, she started the industry when she was 10 years old, and she said she grew up in front of the world, and for some reason, people can't seem to see her grow up and see her. Instead, they see someone else, and they say that she's changing her body. And people are putting online saying, why are Gen Zers like Millie Bobby Brown aging so badly? What has Millie Bobby Brown done to her face? What is Millie Bobby Brown mistaken for someone's mom at guides her younger sister through LA? To like Little Britain's Matt Lucas, and he got a lot of slack for this too, saying that she's an example of amplifying an insult rather than questioning why a grown woman is mocking a young woman's appearance. Now, he came forward and he started trash talking too, but no, he came forward too. He said he wasn't trying to make fun of her. He said, Millie, I wasn't trying to make fun of you. I want to clarify what I was saying. He said, nearly 25 years ago, I appeared on a sketch comedy show called Little Britain, and there was a character there called, that he said that she looked like, with the blonde hair and a pink top, and you reminded me of it, and I was trying to say that you look great. But people took it the wrong way. He says he felt horrible about it. He wasn't trying to trash talk her. But it doesn't change what happens to, again, child actors growing up. And this business, and it happens to women a lot too, where they try to like trash talk how they look and say they had all this work done. Now, we do know that it's been a conversation for a long time with, Botox and plastic surgery guys, and that happens all the time, that people are trying to put people into a box, but they're just naturally growing up, and they're trash talking on Gen Zers, and they're trash talking on women in general, changing their figure and changing the way they look. And I think it's horrible. I mean, it's tough enough to be in the spotlight at a young age. And we had the conversation about her wages before. They're already going after her for that. And now they're going after her for, again, how she looks. Now, she does look very grown. What's up, Brandon? She does look a lot different, though. She has grown up. I mean, 11 from back in the day did not look like this, of course. But, why can't we just look at her and be like, we got a beautiful young woman here that's grown up. She's 21 years old, and now she looks great. Why can't we just celebrate that as opposed to dissecting her? Angela, is this just a product of Hollywood and it's going to happen to everybody? Or are these just haters hating on her because of all of her fame?
Well, no, I mean, it's journalists are going after her, journalists are going after her about her, which is shameful, I think. And just because she changes her hair color, I mean, that's really what we're looking at here, right? So if I go from brunette to blonde, I mean, I'm already a dark blonde, but it's just, there's a whole different thing that happens with people's judgments and, all that. So, I mean, look at the difference of her right now, being blonde and being brunette. There's this sultry difference, maybe the way her picture looks right there. But if she's also going after a role, I mean, that's what this is about too, right? You have to change your appearance or look, or you maybe should, if you actually want to try and get a role, like for the Brittany Spears biopic. So if that's what I know that there was an interest there, but I mean, if she just also wanted to change her look for the fact that she wanted to, that's her business, and they need to be fine with, just give her some slack, for crying out loud. If she wants to just experiment, let her. I mean, look at all these other actors and actresses that do it. It's I know that you have to do something that's more than just about pay for clicks on your site. You're going to make money from just putting a headline up, but you're talking about a person. Unfortunately, Hollywood, tabloid-esque, they don't really give a crap about that stuff. And she is a young woman. She's growing up. She's going to be continuing to grow up and become more of a woman. So she's going to have different looks, and, everyone needs to just calm down and just stop the defamatory and derogatory remarks about her. She's a young lady. She doesn't need this. I saw her Instagram post, and she was talking to people, and she's a very well put together person. And I think it's just, she's a very eloquent speaker and articulate. And she was really upset about what people were talking about, journalists writing about her. And I agree. I mean, as a journalist myself, I would be embarrassed to write something like that about her, about anyone, to be quite honest.
I just don't understand why they're going after her. So, I mean, she's just growing up. That's what I see too. And I mean,
there's always a female they have to pick on. I swear to God, it's there's always, you know what I mean? It's
wasn't that.
I don't feel like I see it a ton with the male on the male side as much as it is on the female. It's like the minute a woman gains a pound or, she switches her diet or she's doing something. I mean, it's like the guys are right on. I mean, everyone, not just guys, but everybody they're just right up on you. Like, what are you doing? Why did you look like that? Like, oh my God, did you get Botox? Did you do something to your face? Are you like, yeah, you look like someone's mom? Like, are you, it's just like, whoa, like, let's dial it back, calm down. Right? Like she's just a woman who's maybe changing a look for a role, like she's going for, or maybe she just wants to. We can do things because we want to. We don't need to do them because, we
look at her look before, Angela. She used to be like no hair.
You get a choice in how you look, Angela? Yeah, I'm shocked. You get a choice in how you look?
I know. It's crazy that we all can. Yeah, Brian, I know you're just growing your mustache, you're growing your beard out, but for your show. But I mean, it's like, yeah, that's exactly. Like you just change your appearance and play around, have some fun. We've all done it. We've changed our hair color and
not all of us.
I mean, I think that too because I see Kruse say like maybe she's an easy target. I feel like too because she was 11 for so long and they saw short hair, very kind of like because she was playing. But I mean, 11's kind of like an alien, but not an alien.
Netflix. I mean, on Stranger Things. Yeah, she was a kid, and guess what, guys? She's not a kid anymore. She's a growing up 21-year-old or something. I think she's 21.
21, yeah.
Young lady, and she's continuing to do what she wants, and she might get a little risque here and there, but I think at the end of the day, it's like, who cares? She needs to do what she needs to do for her roles, and I give her all the credit. She's a nice and put together young lady. So I don't think she's like not there. She's not some raunchy, nasty, gal. She's just I think she's a sweet person. So
yeah, I think it's sad that she's got to go through this too. I mean, she's getting a lot of.
It is really sad. It's also, I think, going to help build her. I mean, it's maybe going to help her build that thicker skin of like, now, okay, well, this is what's going to happen, girl. These are what people do. It's like, this doesn't matter what you do in terms of, when you work on air and you're doing this kind of industry, you're going to have people coming at you. Okay.
Yeah,
so not everyone's going to like your look. They're going to have all kinds of comments, but like it'd be nice to flip the script on some of these people when they're behind a screen who thinks let's write this and this and that about you. Okay. Great.
Have you seen those TikToks?
Huh?
Have you seen those TikToks? There's a whole genre dedicated to that. It's of, beautiful, famous women. Like there was one about like Zendaya specifically where it was like a picture of her at an awards show. And there was all these people commenting like, ew, ugly, too skinny, whatever. And then like the person making the TikTok would go to their profile and show what they looked like. And it was always just the most busted person. And you know what? Why is he saying shit about Millie Bobby Brown? Can I just say that?
Whoa!
Let's just
Wail on the beach.
Is that the guy from Bridesmaids who played the British brother?
Yeah, that's him.
He was British Bake Off before.
He was the weird, creepy,
he's like the creepy, like perverted brother that's like, molesting his sister or something.
No, literally, and they seem like creep, but
right. But who the hell is that guy? Like Powder.
Great British Powder. Kind of looks like Powder a little bit.
Get some skin. Melanin, and then come back and talk to us when you have a tan or something.
Yeah, put some blush on. You're freaking me out.
Put some makeup on that face, okay?
That's what he's doing next. He's putting his blush on, honey.
Could be. Valarie, is there a thing happening? Is there a thing happening with Gen Zers? Because they're trying to say that Gen Zers are changing the way they look and going through these kind of like big adaptations or bodies like surgeries. Is this a thing that's happening with your generation?
Yeah, there's a lot of people, typically what I've seen, from like everybody from like, people in my classes, like just people that I know, a lot of people are getting a lot of Botox and a lot of fillers because that's what I feel like kind of like an average middle of the road person can afford. The people with the more money are looking into like, just like getting their body done in any way they can, but it's typically just like a lot of Botox and fillers. And then it doesn't always I guess if you don't have a good injector, it's not always going to give you, it can age you. And that's the problem. And that's why I feel like people keep saying like, oh, like Gen Z is aging real bad. I'm like, no, we're not. It's that people are getting really shitty Botox and bad fillers. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Hence they age badly.
Botox is a neurotoxin, so it's not really going to do much on a it's an intermuscular situation. It's more of like what changes your face shape will be actual implants and fillers. So I always like to look at like Zac Efron, because he got like a cheek, he's got like masseter, tox. I mean, it'll help like with the anti-wrinkling stuff, but Botox doesn't do too much. It's more like it's the fillers that really, really alter the face shape, and then doing the implants. That's like really becoming a popular thing. Rhinoplasties, all that stuff with everybody. I mean,
we were talking about maybe it's for Brittany Spears. I know people are asking in the chat about, people in the chat are saying, is it for a role? Well, we've been having that rumor that maybe she's up for Brittany Spears. And so maybe that's why
she was asked that. And she said like she'd would
like to
be honored, but she said that was like, it wasn't, she kind of threw that one, she kind of knocked it down, that she just did that as like something to, that she wanted to do for herself. So
that Zac Efron thing is crazy. He says that he still claims, Angela, that the reason why he had that is because he fell and almost broke his jaw at his house. He said he tripped, broke his jaw, and he almost died.
I don't know if you broke your jaw. I mean, what, in like every place that they had to put an entirely new jaw? No, like he's got. I mean,
he went face first into a coffee table and smashed his whole jaw.
I mean, I mean, he probably did. He probably messed up his jaw, but they definitely redid it. I mean, it was a restructure. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't say. I'm just saying it looks like a heavy plastic surgery job. I mean, his jaw, maybe the option was, hey, if you want a new jaw, let's give you one that looks like freaking Superman on steroids, and then we'll give you a chin. Like, just like he looks like a caricature.
And he thought it might help him fly, so he wanted it
smaller too. He had a rhinoplasty done, I think.
He looks like he's wearing special effects makeup 24/7.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just a little, there's like tiny little tweaks you probably do just to make it more just, natural and subtle. But some of the people that just go too far, it's like, yikes. And like lip.
Hey, a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Yeah.
Is that thing where they take out like here? I know like
fat removal.
I mean, I've never had filler. I've never done anything besides Botox, and I haven't had that in forever. So, I mean, I need to kind of keep. And I mean, I'm older than a lot of the people out there, and I didn't even start doing this stuff till I was like, and I think the thing is that you don't want to be, the thing that I've learned from my clients that are plastic surgeons and people that are plastic surgeons in this field is that you don't want to unnecessarily just start going in and like getting crazy with Botox and stuff at an early age. Like you don't.
But that's what people do, Val, unfortunately.
Oh yeah,
right. Like 20-year-olds are going in. I mean, and it's going to look weird because you'll have like basically no wrinkling. So it's going to look a little odd. It's going to look very weird when you grow, like when you get older and you have like nothing but you have some saggy skin, but there's like no real wrinkles in it. Cause like, it's going to look odd, right? There's a lot of things that they don't recommend. And a decent plastic surgeon will not advise it. They would probably tell a 20-something-year-old, no, it's not necessary. There's people who have actual values and morals in that business that will not work on people if it's not necessary.
One or two.
I would say if they're going to do something like that, go to one of those people because they are the ones you want to go to. They're not going to make you look freakish, crazy. They're going to work on you little by little. And then if you want to do something, they will. But nobody goes full blown like Barbie mode, where it's like just you go in and you look like freaking some circus clown when you leave. Like,
yeah.
Or
it'd be jarring for sure.
Right?
What do you think about this, Pepestar?
Sounds like gibberish.
All right, buddy.
You don't want a new jaw, Brian? You don't want like a matte, like a super like square.
I don't want it. I don't want it at all.
Oh, that shit'll get you on Dateline. Fuck around and find out. That shit'll get you on Dateline.
Okay, Peppy. I don't know what that's all about, but
it's wild though what some people do. I mean, it's like I always think of like Kylie Jenner. They always show like her before and afters. I mean, man, she's so nice. It's like it's not even like this. She's a different person entirely. Like
she looks so much older.
That girl would have to stay with. I mean, she probably can't even go to an MRI machine. I don't even know. Like
she's
I read all the stuff she had done. What?
She's only like 26 or 27, and she looks so much older than that. Like, so.
Oh, I know. Like, it's just.
It's
I mean,
insane.
And like when you don't have all the filters on and all the other stuff, you actually, it's not as beautiful as even if is what it might want, people think it looks like. It's still like, you still have pores, you still have your face gravity, things go downward. So like eventually when you do all that crap and you get all those fillers and you have to go in and get your face lifted and tightened earlier. So she'll have to do that stuff. If, anyone that does that will have to get it tightened sooner if they ever have. I mean, I don't know who has $60,000 laying around to do that, but yeah. That's what you're kind of signing up for. So,
I love my Ozempic.
What you wish for.
I feel that way for Miley Cyrus also a little bit. I'm like, her face looks so like.
I know. I was like, why? Because she was so attractive. Actually, I'm like, what do you do to yourself? It's like,
it doesn't help that she got triple XL veneers that are too big for her head.
Her what? Her teeth?
Yeah.
Did she get new ones or
I swear she is like physically mouth. Like look at any picture of her. Her mouth is open. Them teeth are showing.
Sounds like her dad.
Like big teeth. Yeah. I think she's a big teeth.
She's a big teeth gal.
She's a big teeth girl. She'd be a big teeth girl.
GR's been a little quiet. GR, what do you think about this? GR, what do you think about the teasing and the harassing? Is this something that is just standardly happening, or do you think that she can get away with from this?
I think somebody ought to bitch slap those people writing that kind of crap. I mean, it's not illegal. I mean, they can write just about anything as long as it's not a blatant lie about somebody. But it's atrocious what they do in this city to. And Angela, you said it best. They ain't gonna write about me. They didn't want that. The pretty girls are the ones that get written about. As you said, put on a pound or change your hair color, and oh my God, the world's gonna end. Why is she doing that? Mm-hmm. It's like, get a fucking life, you assholes. Leave her alone.
A really good example of that is like I saw. I don't know how old the interview is, but it was with Kate Winslet, and she was talking about like current Kate Winslet when she was talking about when she was doing press for Titanic.
Thanks.
And
Portal or Portical
for her weight, essentially. And I feel so hypocritical because I just talked shit about Miley Cyrus's giant veneers.
I know. I just said the same thing. I'm like, I don't want to, it's like, listen, we can't control the size of our teeth or whatever. That's what it is. I mean, I don't want to contradict myself because I'm not trying to be rude to anyone else. I think it's like, you do what makes you happy and what makes you feel good. And that's it. I don't want to make somebody feel bad.
Right. And at the end of the day,
but not everybody has the 60,000.
Two paws way the fuck up. Get up there now. Come on.
Yeah. Right.
Shut up, Peppy. We're talking here.
A lot of people they get work done and it doesn't always maybe translate as well as they thought it would.
Yeah.
Or especially a few years later.
That's the problem too. Like down the line, what's that going to do to you too? And it's like when you stretch those telomeres, GR, I don't know if it's going to go back the same way. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, where are those telomere pills? Let's get those things in action.
Let's make that happen.
I wish, but they're not responding to my emails. So yeah,
that's what the substance kind of was about, though. Too was about like giving into that and like trying to change yourself and just dysmorphia in a lot of ways, right? And then it's like to me, I like what they said with that movie. It was a very good meaning and very great message, but like that happens. But I think it's sad when you attack someone like this. That's this young, that's just kind of trying to work her way. She's been scrutinized for years, and I can't imagine starting off at 10 years old, and being looked at like, because she was kind of looked at like, I don't know, like because she had the bald head for short hair for a long time, like she was far from that.
Did you guys see her Instagram post?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you, Brian?
Yeah.
The one where she was talking on
the video of it. Yeah.
Where she's talking to everybody. It really made me sad. It was like,
yeah.
Should we play it for those who haven't heard it?
Yeah, you can play it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to start because this is kind of where this all comes from. I'm going to just start. I'm going to go back. Looks like she'd almost been crying.
I know, right?
Take a moment to address something that I think is bigger than just me.
Uh-oh. No sound.
Can't hear you, Angela. Angela, your sound went out.
The sound on your phone is off, I think.
Can't hear you, Angela. Uh-oh. She's technical difficulties, guys. Technical difficulties.
Oh, wait. Can you hear it now?
Yeah, I can hear now.
Front of the world. Hi everyone, it's Millie. I want to take a moment to address something that I think is bigger than just me. Something that affects every young woman who grows up under public scrutiny. I think this is very necessary to talk about. I started in the industry when I was 10 years old. I grew up in front of the world, and for some reason, people can't seem to grow up with me. Instead, they act like I'm supposed to stay frozen in time, like I should still look the way I did on Stranger Things Season 1. And because I don't, I'm now a target. I want to talk about some of the articles that have recently released while I'm on my press tour, and some of the writers who are so desperate to tear young women down. One article reads, "Why are Gen Zers like Millie Bobby Brown aging so badly?" Written by Lydia Hawken. "What has Millie Bobby Brown done to her face?" Written by John Eli. Millie Bobby Brown mistaken for someone's mum as she guides younger sister Ava through LA. Written by Cassie Carpenter. Another article reads, "Little Britain's Matt Lucas takes savage swipe at Millie Bobby Brown's new mummy makeover look." Written by Beth Ann Edwards. Amplifying an insult rather than questioning why a grown man is mocking a young woman's appearance. This isn't journalism. This is bullying. The fact that adult writers are spending their time dissecting my face, my body, my choices is disturbing. And the fact that some of these articles are written by women makes it even worse. We always talk about supporting and uplifting young women, but when it comes down to it, it seems a lot easier to just tear them down for clicks. Disillusioned people can't handle seeing a girl become a woman on her terms, not their own. I refuse to apologize for growing up. I refuse to make myself smaller to fit the unrealistic expectations of people who can't handle seeing a girl become a woman. I will not be shamed for how I look, how I dress, or how I present myself. We have become a society where it's so much easier to criticize than it is to pay a compliment. Why is it the knee-jerk reaction to say something horrible rather than just say something nice? If you have a problem with that, I have to wonder, what is it that actually makes you so uncomfortable? Let's do better. Not just for me, but for every young girl who deserves to grow up without the fear of being torn apart for simply existing. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that's a problem with the world sometimes. It's like people would rather just rip on people as opposed to just being like, hey, what's the good thing about this person? Why is this person amazing? What have they given to the country or the world, you know? And it's just sad when you hear people just belittle people, especially like grown men, you know?
Growing up, you know, like my niece was profoundly impacted by like Stranger Things. She loved that show and she had her favorite characters there. You know, I mean, it's just like, there's so many great things that she contributed. And I think that, focusing, you know, on the aesthetic of changes that she's chosen, that she's made, it's like, that has no relevancy to anything, but it's just it's a talking point. It's a means to find something to yap about in this industry, right? For journalists to make a buck on. Because, I mean, that's what happens in editorial meetings. It's like, oh, wait, what can we talk about? What's happening? Oh, yeah, we got this 11's changed. Now she's like this blonde bombshell wannabe, you know, whatever, Jessica Simpson-esque, like Brittany Spears, you know,
Not
whatever.
that bad.
And she's blonde. So let's just go and start, you know, let's go rip it a new one because it's going to get us money. We're going to get clicks. So that's what this is about. I mean, it's, at the end of the day, I'd be embarrassed if like I said, if I was one of those journalists, I'd feel horrible. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. I mean, yeah, she's a young woman and doesn't need to be, I'm not going to say girl because I hate when people say girl when a girl is like up to 12 years old, like 13, you know, you have a teenager, then you have women. Somehow guys don't like to call women for some reason when they're at a certain age, but they always call them girls. but yeah, she's a woman and she needs to be treated with respect and kindness. And this is just I felt horrible when she was saying that.
I feel bad for her, and I think that stuff like this hopefully helps somebody else, and it addresses the core issues that's going on. And I think it's just unfortunate because when you grow up in this business, we talk about Brittany. It's always a lot of tie-ins here with Brittany Spears. She went through a lot of that too, and she had to struggle and be brought down by her family and battle through. And I hope Millie doesn't have any more problems moving forward. I hope that people leave her alone.
Did you see? On a side note, just talking about Brittany. Did you see her recent thing?
What'd she do now? No more knives, right? No more knives.
No, but she. Hold on. It was I have to just because it was like I was a little like what's going on, girl?
Are you okay, Brittany?
Is this Brittany's Instagram?
Yeah. Did you see it?
Oh my gosh, I may have.
Where she was like, oh, it's not the knife one, but it was like, where the heck is it? It was the one where she was just
got my goddamn blood pressure all up and shit.
She lost. What's her Instagram?
Just Brittany Spears.
Yeah, but it's not. For some reason, it doesn't want to pull up. I'm trying to.
Okay, well,
it's kind of hard to find her verified account sometimes. Like when I'm trying to look it up. Look up Brittany Spears.
Oh yeah, hold on. It's
What's up, Ty? Yeah, I gotta say though, I just think that this doesn't need to be happening anymore. We gotta start, respecting people, and we gotta start really sitting down for a second and thinking about this because people get these keyboard warriors and say shit about people. It's not cool. It's just not cool. No. And Brittany went through it. Now Millie's going through it. And I think that we got to just take a minute, take a beat. And then, please think about what you're saying sometimes. These people go through a lot, especially as kids growing up in this business. We got to take care of them. We got to watch after them. And it's sad to hear about Millie, but I know this might not be the end, but I hope that it does stop this from continuing forward in the fashion it has.
Yeah,
I do.
I agree.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I hope so.
Makes me sad to see some of these people just struggling. I'm just trying to find it because it was.
Is this the one? Is it the most recent one?
Yes. Oh, yes. Put it up.
Hold on. I'll start it over.
Did you see this, Brian?
I did not see this. No.
So this is
love this song specifically.
She starts flapping herself. It's like one.
Other.
It's not. She slapped a ton of times. It was like.
So.
Yeah. Oh, the hat. Yes.
Brittany.
Yes.
She said she lost 4 dress sizes or something. It was kind of a.
It makes her happy. It makes her happy, and that's what matters, guys. Let's stop the hate, though. Let's stop the hate, and let's move forward from that.
She seemed a little like she wasn't okay in that video.
Yeah, there's a couple of her videos when I see them, and I'm like, oh. I'm like,
she looks like she's strung out. I'm just saying it because it's a genuine worry. Is she okay? What's going on?
It looks less like she's having fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Brittany Spears, Millie Bobby Brown, they've all dealt with this hate. We gotta stop the hate. That's all I'm saying. We gotta stop the hate. Women grow up. Children grow up, I should say. And you know what? Let them be.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.